In Armenia, 3 soldiers have been buried in a military cemetery in the capital, Yerevan. The 3 Armenian Air Force members were killed 2 weeks ago when their helicopter was shot down by Azerbaijani forces in the breakaway Azerbaijani territory of Nagorno-Karabakh. Armenia's defense minister and Armenian Karabakh leader Bako Sahakian attended the funeral. Armenian-backed separatists seized mainly Armenian-populated Nagorno-Karabakh from Azerbaijan during a war in the early 1990s that killed some 30,000 people. In Afghanistan, state prosecutors have frozen the assets of the country's Kabul bank. The Prosecutor General's office said evidence of money laundering and fraud within Kabul Bank has been sent to the Supreme Court. The asset freeze comes 2 weeks after 2 prominent shareholders of the Kabul Bank were sentenced to 10 and 15-year prison terms for fraud and corruption.
We have to address the issue of the status of women.
In the Pakistani capital, Islamabad, women's rights activists marked the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Speakers urged Pakistan's government to end forced marriages and help stop domestic violence against women. A Human Rights Watch study in 2009 estimated that some 3/4 of all Pakistani women have been victims of abuse. Protesters against domestic violence also rallied in Moldova to promote 16 days of activism against gender-based violence. Participants distributed orange scarves and information about the issue to passers-by. Moldovan activists adopted the slogan, "Live your life without violence," to promote awareness of violence in personal relationships and family life. And in Georgia, rallies protesting violence against women were held in more than 20 cities. Participants said domestic violence is a major problem in Georgia that needs attention. Demonstrators from various political parties and organizations took part in the rallies, which organizers said will be held regularly to focus attention on the issue. In Serbia, a group of activists occupied and reopened a historic cinema in central Belgrade. The Zvezda Theater, where the first sound film in Belgrade was shown in 1929, is one of 14 old theaters shut down in the Serbian capital since 2007. Activists broke into the Zvezda Theater on November 21st and cleaned it up for the reopening. And that's the video roundup from Radio Free Europe, Radio Liberty.